Yeah. Good morning, everyone. I'm
Hey,
Dr.
good morning.
Pankaja Agal. Yeah, Deputy Dean, BYL Nair Hospital, Mumbai. I'm really thankful for Scotch team and jury members for giving me this opportunity to present my things over here. See, this is regarding hospital management information system. So, in other words, it is like digitalization of health services, which is even our, I'm sorry, actually, I'm in mask. I'm right now in hospital, and some people are around, so I cannot remove that mask. So, I hope you can hear me clearly.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, sir. So this is regarding hospital management information system. In other words, it is digitalization of health services, which is even our Prime Minister, sir, is insisting that each and every health facility in our country should be digitalized. So it is, effort towards that direction also. But this was done long back. We have been doing this since 2-3 years. This we have been doing, and because of that only, we are able to do then this COVID pandemic era also. We could, take advantage of this system. So regarding that only, I'm going to present my some of my slides. Uh, I'm going to cover, since we have only 10 to 15 minutes. So I'm going to cover only 9 to 10 topics only. So first is, what's the objective of HMIS project? So we can divide the objective in three parts. It is how it is beneficial to citizens, then how it is beneficial to hospital, and the overall how it is beneficial to administration. So how it is easy for administration to take control of the situation sitting at one place. When things are digitalized, our seniors, they can approach through the screens, and they can control sitting at one place. Since we are MCGM facilities, we are covering 399 health facilities in Mumbai, all over Mumbai. Our municipal corporation is covering 399 health facilities. I think that is a unique feature. I don't think in all over the world so many health facilities are covered or controlled by one agency. So MCGM is doing that, controlling 399 health facilities. So when we are controlling so many facilities, and our seniors, our boss, that is municipal commissioner and additional municipal commissioner, they are sitting in head office. They should know each and every movement what is happening in health facilities, and more so in COVID pandemic, when you cannot move from one side to other side, and you have to be very very careful about touch and other things also. So it was really a boon that we were already doing this HMIS, and it was a very wonderful system to deal during COVID pandemic. So it is very helpful for citizens. It is a faster access to all the services that they can access. They We are issuing a card that is called UHID card to each and every citizen, whoever approaching us for getting this health facility. So that is for citizens, it is very good, and they can access this in a faster way. And then satisfaction is definitely, patient satisfaction is increased, because they get everything in typed format. So automatically their confidence increases, that yes, everything is in at a click of button, and everything is in my hand. So then it is improved transparency for patients. Means they know what they are undergoing, like for what disease they have approached us, and for what are the investigations we are doing related to that disease. So transparency is increased tremendously with this system. then we go for the hospital, we efficiently we can administration is efficiently control all the situation in our campus. So, and the things are simplified, like everything is having some SOP, standard operating procedures are there. So everything is simplified, and it is uniform policies have been followed after this system has come. Then you improved decision making, that is hospital improved, like in one click we are getting everything. Like when patient approach OPD, then they go for certain investigations, and when investigations are there at one click in front of the doctor, so he can make the decision quickly. So decision making is one part. Then efficient services, naturally after all these things we can give efficient hospital services. Then what way it is beneficial to MCGM administration, that's what I told you, for our bosses, for our higher ups. So they better delivery system and cost control. So when you are managing such big facilities, cost is one factor. So when patient is admitted, if investigations and all are not available in time, patient has to be there indoor for longer period. And each day we have to spend certain amount on each patient. So with this, when because investigations are available in time, so patients IPD days are restricted, means in place of 5 days, in 3 days our work is done. So definitely we are cutting the cost and time management with this. So time is managed
Dr.
through
Pankaja,
system.
Dr. Pankaja, can I suggest that you please um, jump to the COVID-19 management part?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm coming to that only,
This
because
is
this.
known to us. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is general, just little bit about general, because this system is going on since last 2 years. So,
Okay.
so I'm just briefing you about this system. Then this is a cloud-based system. HMIS is a cloud-based system, and we could, we have total 13,000 beds in MCGM. And this is, we have selected Nair Hospital. This is one of the tertiary care hospital attached to medical college. Nair Hospital, it was selected for COVID facility. So because of this only, because HMI system, we were pilot project for HMI system also, and we had been doing HMIS. So our hospital was selected for, COVID facility hospital also. So Nair Hospital was one of the hospital in all over the country, which was a tertiary care hospital and medical college. We are having 1623 beds. So it is a very big facility which was selected for COVID only hospital. So one of the kind in all over the country, such a big hospital was selected for COVID facility. So this was the thing behind that, that we were already doing hospital management, like digitalization was done. So that is why Nair Hospital was selected for COVID facility. So we then next, how? So I won't go for this general thing. I will talk to you about COVID only. So in MCGM, since we are one of the major hospital, but since in COVID pandemic, we should include each and every hospital. So we were the main hospital, Nair Hospital, but we attach each and every hospital. Like we are having 399 facilities in MCGM, and we are connected to all the hospitals. Plus we had started some 3 jumbo facilities, which was done during pandemic era only. And our healthcare, this HMIS was implemented in jumbo facilities also. So jumbo facilities were looking after some of the COVID patients in MCGM facility. So I will just tell you how the MCGM is dealing with all this. We are having 3 major hospitals and some 18 peripheral hospitals, then some 5 specialty hospital where infection disease hospital, that is Kasturba Hospital. That was one of the most important hospital during this COVID pandemic, because that was the first hospital. Kasturba Hospital was the first hospital where patients came. And then after that, on 23rd of March, it was declared by our honorable commissioner that Nair Hospital will be the COVID facility only. Though the Kasturba Hospital is infection disease hospital, but that was a small facility. So they wanted a big facility. So then Nair Hospital was made COVID facility. And then our maternity homes, then one of the dental hospital, dispensary in health force. I won't go in detail because it is not related to COVID. So then next, see how we have linked each and every facility during this COVID pandemic with our OPDs, with our IPD facility. So we have one casualty, but other than casualty, we made registration and patients OPD facility at one place, that was called SSR, screening OPD. So each and every COVID patient used to come to screening OPD. So, and casualty also. And we have connected each and every casualty with all the investigation facilities, diet and kitchen facility, operation theater facility, blood bank facility, then ambulances and mortuary, and whatever we need during COVID pandemic, everything was connected with OPD as well as with IPD. So if we come for IPD, see in OPD, laboratory facilities, radiology facilities, and all medical legal things, our social workers and our SAP system, which was already there, material management was already there, digitalized in our hospital. So that was also connected with IPD and OPD patients. So, and issuing of certificates, that was one of the major thing in hospitals, because we have to issue certificates that yes, this patient is positive, this patient is negative, and after that only patient could move to other place, just like to other city or any other state also. So they wanted that thing also was connected with, all digitalized, connected with our SSR OPD. So then we have queue management system, and we are issuing at the OPD level, we are issuing one UHID card, that is a unique health card we are issuing to patients. Even in COVID pandemic era also, we used to issue UHID card, and then patients used to go to OPD, to our doctors, and then to IPD. So this UHID card can access through Aadhaar card also, and afterwards it was very beneficial, because when patient comes second time, so you just have to scan that card, and all the information about that patient, and one click it is at dashboard of doctor. So doctor can assess what was the thing before and what is post COVID, what is the post COVID thing. So that was one advantage, because of digitalization, that doctors are, they can assess everything at one click. Then if I come to OPD flow, so these patients, they are going to nursing station, nurses, they are scanning the card, and then they are sending these patients to doctors. So consultation of doctors is done after this nursing station is scanned the card. And then we have linked every laboratory facility, pharmacy, and even radiology facility. That is very important thing during COVID pandemic, that patients, they were having lung symptoms, and they x-rays and MRIs and CT scan were very important, because everything was related to their CT diagnosis. So you know what we have done in HMIS through PACS system. that is very, highly, fancy system, you should say, highly modified system and highly advanced system, PAC system. So which was there, that PAC system was also connected to HMIS system. So, doctor can assess the MRI and CT scan and X-rays in one click when the patient is approaching them. So everything is connected to doctor's desk, like pathology laboratory diagnosis and what medicine they are getting, pharmacy, and our radiology also. So that was very beneficial during this COVID pandemic.
Dr. Pankaja, I think you're on time now, so you kindly conclude.
Okay, so sir, during this COVID pandemic, MCGM has seen around 18 lakh patients have been registered under HMIS during this COVID pandemic. And Nair Hospital has seen 8,000 patients we have discharged already. And because of COVID pandemic, we made one dashboard. So so that our seniors can just go on this dashboard and they can know the situation after seeing this dashboard. So I am coming to this. So when dashboard, when patient is registered on this dashboard, like 100 patients, this is just an example, registered on dashboard, our seniors can see this dashboard, then they can find out, because this dashboard is attached to doctor's desk. So we can find out how many confirmed cases, then how many negative cases. So with this dashboard, we can come to know. And then after that, further, if we divide, then confirmed cases, we can come to know how many symptomatic cases are there, how many asymptomatic cases are there. That is a very big achievement, that in one click we come to know how many symptomatic, how many asymptomatic patients are there. And then even doctor can see how many patients are having respiratory illnesses, how many patients are having pneumonia, how many patients are having which symptom, like fever, cough. So with this dashboard, on one click, we can come to know that how many. Then I can tell you some data, sir. See, during this COVID pandemic, Nair Hospital has done multiple dialysis. So 3,500 COVID patients dialysis we have done. That is HD dialysis. And other dialysis also we have done, 400 actual dialysis we have done. So peritoneal dialysis 400, and this HD 3,500 Nair Hospital has done. After we have become COVID facility from 23rd of March onwards. Other than that, 800 deliveries of COVID patients we have done, sir. 800 deliveries, and till now 8,000 patients we have treated and discharged already. So that was, and we are having total 1,491 beds of COVID beds, and occupancy is 1,100 right now. And now slowly, we were full initially, but slowly after this management, proper management, we have vacant beds 400. So this is the thing what Nair Hospital is doing, because we are the total COVID facility. Now we are going towards COVID plus non-COVID things. So we are hybrid facility right now. But till now, from 23rd of March onwards, this was unique, which even in all over the world, no single facility has done 800 deliveries, which we have done 800 deliveries, and no single.
Sorry, ma'am, to interrupt you.
Yes, sir.
Can you please do conclusion part, because we are running out of time, ma'am.
So, sir, this is one of the unique facility where 399 health facilities have been joined at one digital platform. That is one thing. Then Everything is available at one click of button. I would like to emphasize on PACS. PACS is one of the system where highly, sophisticated machine, that is MRI and CT scan, we have joined with HMIS. So our doctor can see CT scan and radiological findings in one go. So that is another thing which I would like to emphasize, and definitely it is very useful thing, and it has curtailed spread of COVID because of digitalization, and gave a lot of confidence in our patients. So that was my submission, sir.
Sharma ji, would you like to ask something?
Yes, yes. Dr. Pankaja ji, just one question.
Yes, sir.
Suppose after release, a COVID patient goes back to his home after
Yes,
being
sir.
declared that he is now negative. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is the quality of life after he is discharged, and are there other complications like respiratory and disease? So please elaborate on that. It is a very major concern many
Yes,
people
sir.
report.
Yes, sir. Very good question. I should appreciate, sir. So everybody was concerned that what will happen after patient will go back home after discharge. So our doctors, they have, created one pamphlet, what they have to do after going home. So we have certain instructions when patient goes home. 7 days quarantine is there. And then what other precaution they should take. But one more thing we have done, sir, we have started one post-COVID OPD. So we are running one post-COVID OPD. So we are asking patients that SOS, like whenever these things appear again, and when you feel some symptoms again, so our clinicians, they are making them, they are explaining that what time they should approach our post-COVID OPD. So post-COVID OPD, our physicians, our chest physician, that pulmonary physicians, and our anesthetists, they all are running one post-COVID facility where patients, we have till now, we have received 200 patients, and with post-COVID complications, generally because of, generally lung complications we are receiving. So we are treating, and one more very important thing which we emphasize, that is, sir, occupation therapy and physiotherapy. So that is a very strong point we should emphasize. After they go home, they should do certain exercises. With that, further complication, we can save them from further complication. Even if they are having those, they are approaching our post-COVID OPD, our physicians, our physiotherapists, all are there, and they are taking care of that part. Other than that, why lung complications occur, because of certain clotting mechanism is there, which our doctors, they found out already. Because why this is a unique kind of pneumonia which is having because of clotting done in vessels. So what we are doing, after patient goes home, we anti-clotting agents we are prescribing, that is very like baby aspirin and all, we are prescribing to patients for according to their condition, for a month, for 2 months. So they are comfortable with all these medication. Other than that, post-COVID OPD is one facility which we have started. So we are taking care of that part also.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Dr.
Okay.
Pankaja, this
Yes,
presentation
sir.
was on HMIS or COVID management?
Sir, actually, because of HMIS, we could achieve, nicely this COVID pandemic. We could control COVID. So that is why I wanted to emphasize on HMIS first, and how HMIS we have implemented during COVID pandemic. So this is,
Okay.
I have
What is the
merged.
HMIS software?
Pardon, sir?
What is the software you're using? HMIS?
Sir, I have one software team with me. Our functional consultants are there with me. They will tell you what software we are using. Sir, a certain question they would like to, emphasize on certain things. So software and all, they will just tell you, sir. Sir, will you please allow them to speak?
No, I just need the name of the software.
Sir, three companies are there who are providing us software. One is software, one is hardware, and one is Info Solutions. That is Manorama. So three companies we have merged together. They are providing.
Okay, so it has been developed in-house.
Just a minute. So it is Lifeline Enterprise is the software which we are using, and we have one, functional support consultants in-house in the campus itself. So whenever doctors are having any problem, they are just on one phone call away to this thing. So it is developed in-house only. It is in-house facility it is. And they can raise, they can raise their complaints on dashboard itself, and it is solved within minutes. Even within, we have given them response time also. So within even 10 seconds also, they can solve their problem. So patients are not waiting because of those problems. So that is one good thing about HMIS.
Okay, you mentioned that your hospital is a tertiary care hospital.
It is tertiary care hospital. Medical college is attached to this hospital. All the facilities are there. Sir, our hospital is a 100-year-old hospital, and fortunately, this is our centenary year which is going on. So we are going to complete 100 years, and it is.
So all the deliveries which you mentioned, they have been done in the other hospitals.
Pardon, sir?
You have mentioned deliveries, and you mentioned, patients coming to the OPD, etc. So all that has been done all over the 399 hospitals, all over Mumbai.
Sir, what figure I have given is only at Nair Hospital. MCGM, we have treated lakhs of patients, sir, in all 399 facility. But our hospital was the main hospital where all the ICU and dialysis facilities were attached. So from all over Mumbai, they were referring patients for dialysis and deliveries, and ICU patients were referred to Nair Hospital. But the other work, like asymptomatic work and all, were going on in all over the facilities. Like we have 3 jumbo facilities. So milder cases were treated at jumbo facility, but more severe cases were treated at Nair Hospital.
Okay, and the infection rate of the healthcare workers, is it to comparable with the national average, or lesser than national average, or more than national average?
Sir, it is more or less lesser than national average. It is lesser, sir, because initially, sir, in Mumbai, it was tremendous fear because of COVID was more in Mumbai initially, and everything is connected with local trains. So our workers, they could not come. Transport facility was the problem initially. Then slowly it improved, so we could get our workers, and we have to segregate 60 plus, like 55 plus, and younger workers. So manpower was little lesser initially, sir. Right now it is okay, because more they get more. Our 60 plus and 55 plus workers, they are getting more COVID, this pandemic, they are more suffered. So we excluded them initially. That is why manpower was little less. But right now it is okay, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, any other question?
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.